you guys are growing. You guys grew this and whatnot. You guys weren't already on TV and already in these professional arenas where you know the business and stuff like that. You had it starts off as a passion and you're growing that and the show is growing. Now, the way y'all show grew though, it's like, man, the emotion and everything behind what you guys are doing. I have to wonder if being in an environment like this on a regular basis, doing this type of show, the heaviness that could start weighing on a human being.
I never thought about that, bro.
I don't want to deviate from what we're talking about, but it's something
that's a factor.
This is something that, and we can get to this in a second, like something that I've been thinking about for the past few weeks in regard to you and what you're doing on this show right now. Please don't let me take away from the point. Let's keep on, but we can come back to that. But it's something that has to be asked, like, how are you doing with all these topics and all this heaviness that comes to this sofa and this chair? I had to ask my friend, like, how are you doing? Because of how much you're absorbing from everybody. You understand what I'm saying? And I feel like I couldn't hold on to this. I know we're talking about something else, but the same way I'm asking you that, I don't know, man. I don't know, like, life, don't take this the wrong way, bro. But maybe, I wonder if somebody needed to ask him. Maybe. Because it's a lot of heaviness, bro. And it can make you look inside, too. And you can absorb a lot from the heaviness that you've been addressing and talking about on this show. So, I have to apologize too because the producer in me was like, I'm not gonna call James and ask him how he's doing because I want to talk to this on the show. This is a TuneTheFork thing.
That's
so
perfect.
I didn't bring it up, but I haven't talked to you a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this since you said we were doing this.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's something that I wanted to ask you. Like, how are you doing? And maybe that will bring some insight into what we're talking about.
Let me piggyback off of that to a conversation I had with my wife just last night as we were, as we talked about a little earlier in preparation for today. I watched that episode and I was telling you we were about to head out to get something to eat, and I was prolonging leaving the house because I wanted to keep watching the show. And so as we were driving towards getting something to eat, and she was like, what is it about the show? And I said to her, I said, what I appreciate most about the show is I'm watching James a lot of times, in essence, for lack of better terms, go through a therapy session with the individual sitting in these chairs. And the level of vulnerability and the level of transparency that it takes to do that, to set the stage, which is why I said what I said earlier about what I appreciate the most. And as an individual who's literally gone through formal training on how to have uncomfortable conversations, one of those things that we focus on is you have to set the stage for people to be able to interact with you, right? And in doing that, you're going to have to give some of yourself to them for them to feel comfortable. What you give to them has to come from the same space or level of vulnerability that they're getting, that you want to give from them, for them to feel comfortable. If it's a new person that you've never dealt with.
Yeah.
And what I really appreciate a lot of times is when you have those individuals, and you preface it by saying, I don't know this person. I saw them on Instagram, I invited them to the show, and so I'm learning all of this about them as we discuss. That's a lot. And so I'm piggybacking off of what Brocky's saying in terms of asking you that question, because I do understand that. And it goes back to the strong friend premise, right? check on your strong friends.
Yeah, man.
Right? And so when you're in this situation and you are having such in-depth conversations with individuals, that puts you in the strong friend category.
Yeah.
Right? Because a piece of you has to, like, a piece of you comes out on these episodes, B, every single time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
This is the only thing I've ever done in my life, bro, where I feel like I'm uniquely built for. Mm-hmm. This is why I exist. And I didn't, bro, shit's overwhelming, bro, because when I started, dog, I just wanted to talk about shit that I didn't see anybody else talking about. Mm-hmm. I got tired of hearing people talk about, women talk about what they thought men talked about and all of this old kind of shit. Mm-hmm. And it's so crazy because when I first met Terrell, he would always say, you got something to say. You got something to say. You need to say it. You got something to say. You need to say it. You got something to share. You need to share it. And that's why he put me on a song and let me write on it. Because he was like, you're saying these things in these regular one-on-one conversations that other people need to hear. And I was just like, no one would ever want to hear. It's the same story I told myself when you and Trina called.
Yeah.
And it's in every conversation, every interaction, every edit that I do is, and it's so funny, man. My lady just told me this morning that this is what I'm supposed to be doing in my life. Literally this morning, bro. As a part of the conversation, the whole joint. Mm-hmm. So to ask me how I'm doing, and the tears, bro, really just, it come from a sense of affirmation and purpose. I feel purposeful. I feel like I am driven and aligned in a way that I have never been aligned in my life. I have recognized that my gift is to connect and to see. And through that, it helps me and puts me in a position to be seen. And the statement that you just made, bro, and the statement that you just made, and how you see and how you guys see it and what you feel when you see, that's my gift. I mean, I'm sorry, that's not my, that's how you guys show me that y'all love me, bro, and that y'all see me. That's my payment. That's how I get paid. And I get paid by looking across from someone else and seeing something in them that I did not see before.